ada sebuah cerita yang tak banyak dibahas dunia. Cerita tentang bagaimana Indonesia, negara kepulauan yang katanya terlalu beragam untuk dipahami, justru menjadi tempat di mana para turis Afrika menemukan sesuatu yang jarang mereka temukan di negara lain, yaitu penerimaan tanpa syarat. Bagi banyak turis Afrika, perjalanan ke Indonesia seringkali dimulai dengan rasa penasaran. Mereka sudah mendengar tentang Bali, tentang budaya Jawa, tentang ribuan pulau yang seolah tak ada habisnya. Tapi ada satu hal yang tidak mereka duga. Rasa nyaman yang datang begitu cepat, begitu alami, seakan-akan Indonesia sudah menunggu mereka sejak lama. Ya, banyak dari turis keturunan Afrika dibuat begitu kaget ketika merasakan langsung kehidupan sosial di Indonesia. Rasanya mereka seperti hidup di negara impian karena mereka merasa sangat diterima dan dibuat begitu nyaman dengan sifat orang-orangnya.
So, hey guys. Hello. What do you have here?
Just selfie.
Oh, you wanna take photo selfie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, siapa yang bisa bahasa Inggris? Tidak bisa bahasa Inggris. Oh, itu foto untuk apa? Instagram atau TikTok? Oh, relax aja.
Foto aja.
Semua aja, foto-foto aja.
Iya.
Ya, santai ya.
Oke.
Ya, terima kasih. Ya. They are trying to take like video for Snapchat or Instagram. You know, I just curious, you know, talk to people. So that is why I just came to them and say hi. So that is like simple things, right? Yeah. So yeah, I love this place, by the way. It's really so quiet here also, by the way. And you know, there is so woo! Yeah.
Alisson Adventures. I want to tell you that was like the dopest ATV ride I've been on. It's definitely worth it. The hills were crazy. The tunnels were insane. I mean, there was one tunnel that was like pitch black. It was wild. Riding through the river, like there was like 6-7 rivers that we just rode through with mud. And it was a great time. I definitely recommend Alisson Adventures if you decide that you want to do ATV riding through the jungles of Bali. It was dope. Now we're headed back to the Kratia spot to watch the sunset. Sunsets are like a regular practice out here in Bali. You know, maybe get some crispy duck later.
I want y'all to see how beautiful my view is in this villa. I'm staying in Bali in a small village in Ubud, but it's further out, like way further out, and the view is just insane. I'm in the jungle. And it's just so peaceful and so beautiful out here. Gorgeous. It's a small village. The family that I'm staying with, like on their property, are some of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. They're so welcoming, so helpful with everything. Look how beautiful this is. And y'all, it's so peaceful out here. But one realization that I've had since I've been out here for probably like 7 days or so. I didn't realize how hard it would be to take myself out of survival mode. From coming from America, where you always feel like you have to watch your back, or you always feel like something's gonna happen, to being in this peaceful place where I'm still having like anxiety and like feeling like I have to watch over my back. I'm in the jungle, y'all. Nothing bad here is going to happen, right? But I still find myself having like a lot of fear. This feeling like surreal to me, having this much peace, having so much calm, right? You still in your mind feel like something bad could happen, but there's nothing bad going to happen.
Ya, bisa terlihat dalam video. Rasanya Indonesia terasa begitu berbeda. Ada sebuah energi yang sangat sulit ditemukan di negara lain. Keramahan, sikap saling terbuka terhadap orang asing, semuanya terasa begitu berbeda. Banyak turis keturunan Afrika mengunjungi Malaysia dan Filipina. Namun tak jarang banyak dari mereka yang mendapatkan pengalaman kurang mengenakan. Banyak dari mereka bercerita bahwa meskipun negara-negara itu juga indah, Pengalaman sosialnya tidak selalu sehangat yang mereka harapkan. Ada yang bercerita tentang tatapan aneh di pusat perbelanjaan. Ada pula yang merasa diberlakukan berbeda hanya karena warna kulit mereka berbeda dari kebanyakan warga lokal.
The fact that I've been called the N-word several times in the Philippines and I'm talking about it is not because I'm asking Filipinos to adjust. I am doing it mostly for sensitization and awareness raising. Now I understand the N-word in the Philippines could simply refer to skin color and not really a derogatory word or used in a derogatory sense. And Filipino kids, youths or Gen Zs calling black persons like me the N-word because for them it simply means bro, homie, dude, or what's up. And they're doing it because African American pop culture promotes that in music, movies, and they think it's quite normal. And most would ask, why do blacks call each other the N-word in songs, music, and why can't a Filipino or other persons call them the N-word? Blacks calling each other the N-word is a means of identifying to a common history, roots, or some sameness. And that could be like bro, and it's normal to each other. But another person calling a black person the N-word can be more of a trigger. So talking about it is more for sensitization and awareness raising, so Filipinos get aware of it on a broader perspective. Not only on a Filipino perspective, like on a broader perspective. What's the meaning of the N-word? So that's why I talk about it. Not to ask Filipinos to adjust, not to offend anyone, but just to get Filipinos to understand. Those who don't understand, so they get to understand this on a broader perspective. Thank you so much.
That little passive aggressive shit, bro, that they be on when you're not doing nothing, bro. That's one thing I don't like about here. The passive aggressiveness, bro. But for the most part, cool ass city. People were cool, you feel me? I didn't interact with most of them. You feel me? Because a lot of people are not open here, they don't want to interact. And I was watching a racism video on YouTube. And they said, like, as an African kid in school or trying to get housing, bro, yeah, they don't fuck with blacks. Like, they look at you like you're not human or something like that, and they just try to, like, gang up on you to outcast you. It's weird. I don't know why everybody wants to gang up on black people when they go somewhere. Gang up on black people everywhere, bro. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. We don't have to be in these places at all. You feel me? So, when we go there, we gotta just observe, deal with it, and learn from it, you know?
Lalu apa yang membuat Indonesia berbeda? Apa resep rahasia yang membuat turis Afrika bisa merasa begitu aman dan diterima? Jawabannya ternyata bukan hal yang rumit. Indonesia tumbuh dari keberagaman. Bahkan sejak duduk di bangku sekolah dasar, anak-anak sudah diajarkan tentang toleransi, tentang perbedaan suku, agama, budaya, dan warna kulit. Indonesia punya lebih dari 700 bahasa daerah, ratusan etnis, dan berbagai macam budaya. Dalam kondisi seperti itu, diskriminasi bukan hanya salah, tetapi terasa aneh. Hal inilah yang membedakan antara Indonesia dengan negara-negara lainnya.